Considering it was a short week because Monday was President's Day, we had a week full of adventure. We had the third all-time high for 2025, yet we also ended the week on the red side. A lot of panic. We're going to cover all the panic reasons. We're going to cover the headlines, the news, and where the market is going from here. So hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Baika, and on this channel, we talk about we cover the weekly events on the market. This is our YouTube channel. It has currently 5.7k subscribers. So if you're new, it would be really, really amazing if you can hit that subscribe button and, of course, turn notifications on. Let's dive in directly, and we'll do it through this camera. This is how the market performed. The RSP equal weighted up almost 0.8%, down, almost 0.8%. S&P down on the week 1.6%. Nasdaq down on the week almost 1.9%. Dow down on the week 2.8%. And the Russell, very bad week, down 3.6%. Look at the indices themselves. Energy with a good week, up 1.3%. Utilities up a percent. But on the other side, we see consumer discretionary, materials, and industrials down 2 to 3.8%. Not a good week, considering the fact that we hit the third all-time high. You probably can't believe it, but that really happened this week. Crypto market had a very interesting week, and if we ended it then you should be very surprised. On Friday, a North Korean group hacked into Bybit and stole $1.5 billion of Ethereum and staked Ethereum. This dropped Ethereum price, as you can see, dropped by around 7%, but recovered most of it into Saturday. The reason for that is because Bybit and also other platforms said we're gonna provide the liquidity needed, and people are not going to lose their Ethereum. That, of course, brought back the trust. And as you can see, Ethereum is back to exactly where it was before the heist. And when you look at the materials themselves, natural gas up 17% for the week. Gold hit an all-time high, yet cooled down at the rest of the week. And crude oil down 1.6%. Magnificent 8, because I added Broadcom. Well, since I added it, it's not really performing. Maybe I should delete it. Broadcom down 7% for the week. Meta down 6%. Amazon down 6%. Tesla down 5%. Google down 3%. But we have Apple, as always, up 1.6% for the week. And guess what? We ended yet another week, at fear and greed being fearful. And you know why it's crazy? Because, where is it? Wait a second. Where is the table I'm looking for? I can't find it. Oh my God. Because we hit the third all-time high this year. Wait, let me find it. I had it somewhere. We're probably going to see it in a second. The third all-time high for 2025. This happened this year. Now, everyone that's surprised from it and saying, oh, then why do we feel so bad? It's because usually in the stock market, when there are down days, they impact our psychology a lot more than when there are up days, because we expect the up days, we don't expect the down days. It's something psychological. It's not more than that. After giving you a one-on-one course on psychology, let's dive in directly into the headlines themselves. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway on Saturday reported their earnings, very good earnings. I don't think they actually don't really miss their earnings. Warren Buffett tried to explain a bit why they have so much cash, and the cash pile actually surpassed $300 billion this quarter. He says that the cash is making money through, of course, bonds. He doesn't see any reason why not to be in cash when bonds are this attractive. Probably he's right. This is their income statement, as you can see it from App Economy Insights. The different businesses, revenue, profit. It's a profitable fund and investment firm. Tim Cook, Apple CEO, met Donald Trump this week on Friday, talking about China, but also talking about manufacturing in the U.S. From Tim Cook's side, it's the conversation was around China. From Trump's side, it was around return manufacturing to the U.S. And Tim Cook agrees that he will shift some of the plants from Mexico back into the US. Also, the United Kingdom ordered Apple to create a backdoor to its end-to-end encryption. Apple said no, and they're going to delete the whole ability even to create a backdoor, meaning UK, United Kingdom, will not be able to surveillance their citizens. A COVID-like bat virus was discovered in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Most of the people say it shouldn't really spook the market, but it did spook the market on Friday. You can see on Friday that once the news came out, let me find the charts related to that. Here it is. Moderna stock, Pfizer stock, BioNTech and Novavax all went up, and you can see the cruise stocks all going down at the same time. When you put them one against the other, you can see Moderna, and you can see Norwegian Cruise Line, and you can see how they reacted to the same piece of news different ways. Cruise, we're going to close the cruises. You understand where we are with this probably, but it's probably not. I don't know. Again, from the doctors that were interviewed on Friday, they seem very calm about it. Uber CEO Darka Shoshai says that Elon Musk is not open to making Tesla part of the Uber fleet. We'll see. We'll see. I'm very bullish both on Uber and on Tesla. Not financial advice, of course. Nothing that you see here is financial advice, by the way. Everything is for entertainment and education purpose only. This is Bybit CEO. We talked about the hack. 400,000 ethers were hacked. People's money were not lost by it. AMD is planning to sell their data center plants in the Asian market for around $4 billion. DOJ investigation on Friday, or at least Wall Street Journal on Friday, published that the DOJ is investigating the Medicare billing practices at United Health, UNH. That, of course, dropped UNH's stock by around 6%, and it impacted the Dow Jones because of United Health weight in the Dow Jones. Japan wants Tesla to invest in Nissan, otherwise Nissan will probably go bankrupt. Why put good money in bad investment? I don't know, but they're trying. Celsius bought Alani NU. Both of them are energy drinks focused on women. A good acquisition for Celsius, making it even bigger in that landscape, and of course opening the chain, opening Pepsi distribution chain to Celsius as well. Meta approves a bigger bonus plan for their executives after firing 5% of their employees. It's a good bonus when you fire people. Tesla is supposed to start selling new Teslas in India at Q3 2025. It's, of course, a huge market, and opening it would make another huge market available for Tesla. Delta Airlines offers $30,000 for each passenger on the jet that flipped in Toronto without, at least what they say is no strings attached. Trump is considering giving 20% of Doge savings back to Americans. That should be around $5,000 in a check if Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, would save money for the budget. Also, he plans or thinking about abolishing the IRS and just using tariffs. If you think that's really strange, up until 1913, if I'm not mistaken on the date, that's what happened in the US. So it's not that strange. It is strange because we're not used to it, but it can happen. I'm not saying I'm pro or against. I'm just describing the situation as it is. Thomas Kurian, Google's cloud CEO, says that NVIDIA's Blackwell are ready at Google Cloud and you can deploy your software there. Warner Brothers HBO confirmed that The Last of Us Season 2 will be released April 13th. Their award-winning series is expected, or the awaited Season 2 is supposed to come out. Palantir plunged this week from two different reasons. One we're going to talk about now, and the second one I'm going to show you later. The first one is Alex Karp is doing something that retail investors do not like. He's going to sell during the year 1.2 million shares. He's going to sell shares valued at $1.2 billion. When a top executive, a founder of a company, sells their stock-based compensation, everyone is feeling like they got rug pulled. But what do we want from him? His stock went up like crazy, and he wants some kind of liquidity. I don't think it's something that everyone should be scared about. I think the valuation you should be scared about. I think where the stock looks from a technical perspective, you should be scared about. Not from the company, not from the product, but from the performance. It went very high, very fast. People are using that. Second reason why they fell, and we're going to see it later, but I'm going to tell you now, is because Trump also asked the Pentagon and U.S. Defense Secretary to cut by 8% defense budget for the next 5 years. So that's another reason why Palantir went down. You're probably saying, but wait, Palantir is better than... And you're right, but it got too hot too fast. It's correcting. Microsoft introduces a Majorana 1, the world's first quantum processor with topological qubits. Maybe we're going to quantum computing faster than we know, faster than expected. Maybe this is the transistor moment for quantum. We don't really know. We do know there's a lot of excitement with Microsoft and Satya Nadella, and of course also Elon Musk contributed to the excitement. We talked about that. Serve, the robotic company, is deploying their units in Miami with Shake Shack. They're going to deliver hamburgers. This is, of course, autonomous and also Uber Eats. Very exciting where the robotic, what is called the physical AI is going. Nikola filed for Chapter 11. They're going bankrupt, ticker NKLA. China prints money like crazy. If you look at their M1, which is the money supply, it's going vertical. And that, of course, helps the Chinese stocks, which had a very good week. Very good few weeks, I might add. Kim Kardashian, Nike, new line of product, new brand for women called Nike Skims. Probably, I don't need to introduce Skims to the viewers here. Meta announces they're going to build the longest underwater cable to provide internet to countries that do not have internet available. Walgreens might go private, at least from a report coming from David Faver, CNBC. Bill Ackman is going to use the Howard Hughes Holdings as the new or the modern Berkshire Hathaway. He said, I grew up on Warren Buffett's ideology and philosophy, and I want to be the modern Warren Buffett. Strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy, announces they're going to offer $2 billion of convertible notes. I think all of them were already purchased, and they're probably going to purchase with it Bitcoin. Intel stripping down. So there were a lot of rumors last week that they're going to be acquired, whether by Qualcomm, Taiwan Semi, strips of the factory. It doesn't really matter. Currently, Intel is still Intel. So any news is still, nothing is finalized yet. Twitter X has introduced Grok 3, which should be the OpenAI, Gemini, Claude competitor. According to their benchmarks, it beats all of them. But the most important story for this is that we knew they had 100,000 GPUs from NVIDIA, and they actually, during the live stream, said they have 200 actually, which they installed very, very fast. So apparently people are getting, or at least companies are getting, the amount of compute that they need in order to be successful. And last but not least, Tesla China this week is going to start delivering the new Y model, and we're probably going to get a lot of Chinese reviews about it. That was a short week. Next week is going to be super exciting. From a macro perspective, we are mainly going to hear the PCE on Friday. That's the only thing that's going to be interesting. We know the CPI, we know the PPI. The PCE is a combination of both of them with a bit of flair on top. So that's going to be on Friday. The biggest event of the week is not that. The biggest event of the week is happening on Wednesday, where we will hear from NVIDIA. NVIDIA is going to report on Wednesday. During the week, we have very, very interesting reports as well from Domino's Pizza, Tempus AI, you remember from Nancy Pelosi's investment, Hims and Hers, Riot, Zoom, Diamondback Energy. That's on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to get from Home Depot, Cava, AMC, Exxon, not Exxon, the fuel, Exxon, the policing company. Let's call it that, police hardware company. Lucid, Instacart, Lemonade. Wednesday, we talked about NVIDIA, but other companies as well, like Lowe's, Advanced Auto Parts, Clear, and after the bell, Snowflake, C3 AI, Salesforce, Mara, Jovi, IONQ, very interesting companies. Thursday, we're going to hear from Vistra Energy, Norwegian, GEO, and others, and SoundHound, Dell, Archer, Clover. Friday, Fubo TV. Those are the companies that are reporting, but let's talk about the S&P 500. So, we hit an all-time high, or actually two all-time highs during the week. We had them on Tuesday and on Wednesday. Both these all-time highs were muted after a very, very difficult Thursday and a very red Friday. When you look at the weekly candlesticks, you can see that the weekly candlestick is a bullish engulfing candlestick, which usually presents a potential continuation to the downside. Why am I saying potential? Nothing is for sure, but we need to consider that. When we consider that, we need to look at our support lines and, of course, our price. We still have an open gap at around 58.70 to 5900. This open gap is still here, whether we like it or not. Our next support should be around the 6,000. 6,000 is a very important line in the sand. If we drop from 6,000, we might get to around 59.22. And then again, we will eye this gap. It might be very fast. It might not happen this week. I don't know. We need to consider these options. And also, we might consider the fact that everyone is so bearish that maybe one good piece of news and the market is going to go ballistic with that piece of news. All I know is one thing. On Wednesday, Jensen, this person is holding the whole entire US economy on his back. And whatever he will say, or right, and right actually, not or, will be the thing that will move the market this week. And all of that we're going to talk about on our next video, next week. Same time, same place. Don't forget to turn notifications on, otherwise you will not know that I'm publishing a new video. Till next time, Micah Stock saying thank you for watching. You can forward to your friends. Bye-bye.